Okay, you either have wicking tubs or you're thinking about getting wicking tubs, making some wicking tubs, but you're wondering if it's possible to plant root vegetables in a wicking tub. Well, apparently you didn't watch my video last year when I did onions in them. Had some a lot of beautiful, beautiful onions. Nice, juicy, big, sweet onions. So this year I'm gonna plant some carrots. I got 4 wicking tubs that I'm gonna put in carrots, and then 3 I'm gonna put in garlic. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I put some organic fertilizer down here, the 543 from Haas Tools. It's an organic fertilizer I've used before. I'm trying to use more organic stuff so I don't, with synthetic fertilizers, I like using synthetic fertilizers, but with synthetic fertilizers, you also have to think about the salts that you're putting in the soil and will remain there because it's kind of an enclosed environment. So I'm trying to do a little bit better and use organic. So I put about a 1.5 cups of that 543 in here, spread it out over the top, and then mixed it in real good. I didn't show you that, but that's okay. So this first tub is going to be Envy carrots, Envy, and the planting depth is 1/4 inch. The seed spacing is about 1/2 inch and thin to 1 to 2 inches. I'm going to put 2 tubs in these Envy carrots. So you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm just scattering, trying to take note of where I'm putting them. And I'm probably not going to thin very much unless there's just a big clump, because I've been watching other folks and they say they don't thin theirs very much and they just grow some beautiful, nice, beautiful carrots without having to thin. So that's the plan here. And I'm gonna try not to get too close to the sides. Now I didn't, normally if I'm gonna plant tomatoes or peppers in these wicking tubs, I will put a ring of fertilizer around the edge, around the side. And I'm not doing that this time because I just mixed the fertilizer in with the soil. So I just don't want the carrots pressing up against the side necessarily. Not real close. I'm an inch away from the sides probably. And that ought to be heavily planted. And I'll go over here and do the other one and we'll come right back. Okay, so we got them planted. I've got a few clods on top, but that's not a big deal. I made me some markers. When I get new Venetian blinds, the old cheapies make great, great, great garden markers. Don't use a Marks-a-Lot. It won't last long. That is paint pen. My wife says that they use a lot of just number 2 pencils. Number 2 pencils will last a long, long time. So I'm going to put this here facing outwards, and on the other one I just planted, and then we're going to cover them up. Now they say planting depth is about 1/4 inch because those are such tiny, tiny seeds. I know you did not see them going in there, but I promise you they're there. And they say 1/4 inch because it could go less than that. You're supposed to, good rule of thumb is cover your seeds up the same depth as the seed is big, the diameter or the size of the seed. So anyway, I'm sure that is covered up in some places more than 1/4 inch. Break up a few of the clods. Now I'm gonna pack it down, make sure they got good contact with the potting mix. This is 3rd year probably for that potting mix. I don't see any reason why it should be replaced. Mr. Leon says he goes years and years. So I'm gonna do a little bit more just in case. And I'm fixing the water, and I don't want, when I water, I don't want to wash any of those tiny, tiny seeds away. So for that reason, I'm coming back over it just a little bit more. All right, let me cover the other one up, and then I'll be right back again. I've got another variety of carrot that I'm going to do in the other 2 wicking tubs. I'm doing the same process, so I don't necessarily show you that. Those are called Scarlet Nantes, N-A-N-T-E-Z. So water in, gently, gently, gently. One thing about potting mix, with a lot of peat in it, it takes a long time for it to soak up any water. And normally I would go ahead and plant the other 2 tubs and then water, but I'm kind of wanting to hurry up and get this video up to you. So you can watch it soak in. Go over lightly. Don't just hit it with a hose and just let it go everywhere and dig holes in the thing, because those seeds are so small, you're gonna scatter them out. And so wet it down, come back and wet it down, and watch it soak in. And then of course you're gonna want to, if you're in a wicking tub, you're gonna want to also add water down the spout. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now until it comes out the weep hole. These are my hybrid tubs. Both of these are hybrids. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to go. They've had a lot of water in. We got almost an inch last night. Plus, they've just been, we had a couple of inches last week, so they've got water in them. Nothing was growing in them, so there's nothing there to suck up the water. So they had some water in them, especially this first one. This one's a little bit drier, but I see why. My drip hose is not in the other one. It's laying on the ground. So I will fix that as I continue. Even though I watered down the hole, filled it up, I still want to make sure the top is really, really saturated. Especially putting that new potting mix on it, because that potting mix is so dry, it will dry out. It will suck the moisture out of the top inch or so out of that soil. So so make sure if you're in a wicking tub, you water from beneath, but you water it in well from the top. And again, these were pretty thick, and I'm just gonna water. I see a little coming out the weep hole on the bottom, so it could very well be that it's already soaking down through and penetrating and going down into the weep hole. I think it is. Both of them, the weep hole are showing some activity, other than just when I filled it up with the wand. And by the way, if you're looking for a real good wand, that is a Dram, D-R-A-M-M. Haas Tool sells these. It's real gentle. It's got a thumb control on it. Really, really like these wands. I have, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them, I guess. And man, I just really like them. I won't be without them probably, because you can do the gentle stuff. You can do this, even though I'm not staying on it very long. I'm just wiping back and forth. It's just gentle enough to do seeds and seedlings also. So I put my link below to Haas. That's where these seeds came from, carrots. I'm going to plant spinach. I've already planted 2 different kinds of greens. Again, we're going to do garlic. I'll show you the garlic in another video, but I got to wait a day or 2 because I had some fire ants in one of the tubs, and I've got to show you a way to keep fire ants out of these tubs, to kill them if they're in the tubs, and to keep them out also. So anyway, we've got carrots planted in these 2. We got 2 more tubs over there. We'll plant carrots in those, and we should have some wonderful tasting homegrown carrots. Nothing like what you're gonna buy in the store, I guarantee you. I'll keep my drip system engaged. I'll turn it on tomorrow probably. I'm gonna water everything I planted today. I'm gonna go ahead and water in today, so I won't need to turn on the drip system today. But it will run probably every other day or so, just to make sure they got plenty of water. Not gonna need a lot of water, especially if you're getting some rain. You won't need any, because they don't have any vegetation in it sucking up that water. So right now it's just gonna be easy to keep them hydrated, and that's what we're gonna do until we meet again and I show you these little old dudes coming up. Now they're a little slow to come up. It may be a week or 2. Carrots are a little slow, I think, but they'll make it, and I'll show you. You know I will. All right. We're gone.